Hey everyone, welcome back, and guess what time it is? It is time to get your thumbs dirty with some black dirt for black thumb gardening. So here, what am I here to talk to you about today? Well, I'm here to talk to you about seeds and how are you going to start them. So I have a surefire way of starting my pepper plants, and just to let everyone know out there that watches this wonderful video, I'm having a pepper growing contest this year. A chili pepper, a hot pepper, or any kind of pepper, but some sort of pepper growing. So if you would like to enter the contest, and it's done by zones, zone 5 or less. I'm a zone 5, 4B, 5A, depending on when the frost starts. And that's just all there is to it. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you get it? So I'm going to give away $100 for 5 or less. 6, 7, 8, 9 plus. Because if you're 9 plus or 10, I mean, you already got pepper plants this high. In fact, you could probably have peppers growing on it if you live in one of those climates. And this is what you do. You have to sign up, put in what you're growing, initial growing, middle growing, end. And it's done by how many peppers and how much do they weigh. So if you grow really small ones and get 1,000 of them, but they weigh 2 grams, well, you're not going to win. It's about total weight, okay? How many did you grow and how many did you get? So you got to pluck them, put in the number and how much they weigh, and it's the honor system. I'm not coming to fly wherever you are in the world to see whether or not you win. You transfer the $100 Canadian. I live in Canada, so you're getting it in Canadian dollars. So how do you start your peppers? How do you do it? Are you worried? Are you concerned? Well, I'm going to give you a couple of tips that I've learned over the last 5 or 6 years that work really well for starting peppers. I am not starting tomatoes at this time of year. I am not starting anything other than peppers. Hot peppers take an average of 180 days to get ready. It's April, May, June, July, August, September. Okay? End of September before they're ready. I can have snow in September. So you understand? Like sometimes I just can't make it to the end. And I got to pluck all these things when they're green until they've ripened on the vine. That's fine. They do eventually turn color and everything, especially with the red habaneros. Woo-wee! Did they turn last year, and were they ever hot? And it was fantastic. But that's how it works. So, what are you growing? So first you got to decide, what are you going to grow? So, I'm going to grow some Sugar Rush. Okay? Now, those are from Baker Creek, our American friends that are our enemies now. And so I ordered some in from Schofield, Canada. And I'm going to grow Peppa Peach Stripey, Sugar Rush Red, and Sugar Rush Stripey. Okay? And those are going to be my hot ones this year, along with some red habaneros, yellow habaneros, and whatever kind of other Jimmy Dineros I'm going to grow. I'm going to grow orange bell peppers, and I'm going to grow all kinds of peppers. But the hot ones you got to start now. Now, what is the trick to getting your seeds to germinate? There is a trick. Not really, but there is. So I'm a firm believer in 2 things. 1, got to have a heat lamp. No. A heat map. No. A heat nap. Oh yeah, take a hot nap. No, a heat mat. Got to have one. Temperature for peppers to germinate, 23 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. 27 during the day, 23 during the night, and that's all there is to it. Just to let you know, to get your seeds to germinate, you do not need any light. This light, the light, you don't need any light, so don't turn your lights on. Now, I have this light on down here because of geraniums. Okay? I started geraniums. And I overwintered geraniums. So that's going along. These geraniums have been sitting over there with a fluorescent light for the last 6 months. Just 8 hours a day of a cheap little fluorescent light, hardly any, just enough to keep them alive. Now, got to get them ready to go outside, and remember, the sun is hot. I don't care what kind of light you buy, sun is 1,000 times hotter and burn off your plants if you don't do it right. So, how do we get things going? You have to get things going. This is how you get things going. So I'm going to show you a little bit of how I get things going. 1, I top water. I do not bottom water until they're germinated. In fact, until they're about this big. I just top water. I don't fill the bottom of the tray up. I don't fill it up. I just put the soil in. It's pretty dry. This is what I use. I use Pro Mix. Premium Organic Vegetable and Herb Mix. Potting soil, whatever you want to call it. That's what I use. $24.99 at the Rona right now today for 112 liters. Remember, it's compact. When you open the bag, it's much bigger than what it is. Quite heavy. That's all I use. I don't get fancy with it. Oh, sometimes I'll mix in some vermiculite, make it a little more airier. A lot of people do that. Overthinking it. Don't do that. Just go buy that. Get a tray. Off you go. Get the seeds. Start the tray. So this is how I do the tray. Okay, this is your seed tray. Now, this is really dry. I just go along with my finger and I make little indents. See the little indents? Hopefully you can see them. They're not very big. There's a couple things you need. Heat map. Tray. I put a little bit of water in the bottom, not very much. 2 cups worth. Okay? Maybe half a liter. Just enough just to have some extra moisture. Okay? Now, you want to plant your seeds. So this is, look at this. We got 6 per. 6, 6, 6, right? This is a lot of plants. If I plant this all out in hot peppers, I will be able to really do some damage with hot peppers. So, the other thing you need is these. You need labelers. So when you plant your seeds, you know what you got. Because if you don't do that, you will forget what you have. Because I've forgotten what I've had so many times. It's unbelievable. So the first one I'm going to plant is called Rowit. This is a heat level 8 or 9. I got this from Vitelli Seeds a few years ago. I still have a couple left. I've had a really hard time to get these to germinate. And I ended up killing off the plant last year. And I got one to germinate, killed off the plant, no seeds. I harvest seeds from my plants, so I don't have to buy seeds anymore. I buy heirloom seeds, so I don't have to buy seeds anymore. Anyways, so you get your seed, drop it in. Oh my lord, look how hard that is. So easy, right? So you just put your seed in. Now remember, I don't bottom water, and this soil is very, very dry. So what do? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You gotta have a spray bottle and a watering can. Put that one in. I think I only have 2 left. Yep. I only have 2 seeds of the Rowits left. Just 2. So this tray is going to be those. I just, a little bit on the top. Just like so. That's it. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. Okay. So, sorry, but I already got that one done. So let's going to do some red habaneros. These red habaneros are heat number 9 too. These were really good last year. And again, killed off most of the plants. I waited too long. And so I'm now using the seeds that I bought. And I'll keep buying the seeds every year if I have to. But if you do it right, you can harvest your seeds and save your seeds. And I go with the 80% method. If I want 4 plants, I start 6 seeds. Simple as that. 4 plants, 6 seeds. If I get 6 plants, that's great. So there's the red habaneros. Put those in there, and then I just kind of push them down a little bit and cover them up. I don't cover them very deep. Okay, see? Just nice and flat, and just a little dirt on top. You know, they're peppers. I don't want them too deep. I want them to germinate. Most important thing about pepper germination is heat and water. So see, you get them down there, instead of pouring water on and having them pop out on you and maybe not planting correctly like I think I did over here. So they're covered. Take your bottle and I squirt it down until it's nice and soaking wet. See how it just accumulates on top there a little bit? Oh yeah, see? Now, that's all you need. Now the problem with doing it this way, you have to come and do this every day. Sometimes twice a day, depending. Now you got your cover that you're going to put on, which will help. And remember, you don't need this light. At this stage, no light needed. Just heat. Get the seeds in, cover them, soak them down, leave them. If you want to bottom water, fine. But I find if you bottom water, too much water gets in there, and this just gets soaked down, and you get mold, and it doesn't work out very good, and it's just a pain in the butt. A little bit of water in the bottom, half a liter to a liter, okay, 2 to 3 cups, and then that's enough. The mat heats the water, water evaporates, keeps it nice and warm. Germination. Simple math. That's all there is to it. So I'll finish the rest of these out. I'll make sure to label them. And this is a red habaneros that I've done. So you red habanero it. Remember, lights aren't required until they start popping out of the ground. So save on the electricity and don't worry about the electricity. Because when you get big lamps going, it can really cost. So there you go. That's how you get your plants going. So in conclusion, you want to get your peppers going. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. I'm a top-down waterer. I use a seed tray. I use the big dome. Simple as that. That's all there is to it. You need light once they start growing. Now grow lights, windowsill, outside, sunshine's the best. But again, it might snow on Friday. It gets down to -10 every night still. So moving outside isn't going to happen. So if you live where I live, zone 5 or less, you know this is May long weekend before you really can trust the outside. Maybe a little sooner depending on the weather, but usually May long weekend. It's March. Okay? I'm posting this video, making this video all in the same day. So there you go. Enter the contest. Pretty simple. Grow your peppers, get them going. You need a heat lamp. You'll need 12 hours of light once they've sprouted, but until then they can just be in the dark. Don't worry about it. Keep them warm, keep them moist, but not too moist, and let's see how they germinate. I'm thinking these are going to take 2 weeks, maybe a little faster, never know. Some of them take 2 weeks. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great weekend, and remember, I'll see you in the future in the garden with black thumbs.